Habits are a powerful force in shaping our daily lives, influencing everything from our health to our productivity. But how exactly do habits form? The science behind habit formation is fascinating and often more complex than we realize. Here are 10 fun facts about how habits are formed and how they can shape our behavior. 1. Habits start with a cue. The first step in forming a habit is a trigger or cue. This could be something as simple as feeling hungry, seeing your gym shoes, or hearing an alarm. The brain associates the cue with a routine that follows. This cue-routine link forms the foundation for automatic behavior, meaning that over time, you don't need to consciously think about it. 2. It takes time to form a habit. Contrary to the popular myth that it takes 21 days to form a habit, research suggests it takes much longer. On average, it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days for a behavior to become automatic, with 66 days being the typical time frame for a habit to solidify. The variation in time depends on the complexity of the habit and the individual. 3. The brain creates new neural pathways. When you engage in a behavior repeatedly, your brain forms new neural pathways to make the action easier. This process is called neuroplasticity, and it allows your brain to rewire itself to accommodate new behaviors. Essentially, with repetition, the behavior becomes ingrained, requiring less conscious thought. 4. Positive reinforcement strengthens habits. When a habit is rewarded, it becomes stronger. The brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, when a positive outcome is experienced after a behavior. This reinforces the habit loop, making it more likely that you'll repeat the behavior in the future. For example, a reward like feeling accomplished after exercising encourages you to keep exercising. 5. Habits are formed in the basal ganglia. The basal ganglia, a region of the brain involved in motor control, plays a key role in habit formation. As you repeat a behavior, the brain begins to rely less on the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making, and more on the basal ganglia. This shift allows the behavior to become automatic and efficient, without requiring much cognitive effort. 6. Environmental cues can shape habits. Your environment plays a big role in shaping your habits. If you want to establish a new habit, you can make small changes to your surroundings that act as cues. For example, placing your workout clothes next to your bed can remind you to exercise in the morning. Similarly, removing distractions, like junk food from the kitchen, can help you resist unhealthy eating habits. 7. The power of consistency. Consistency is key when it comes to habit formation. Research shows that the more consistent you are in practicing a behavior, the more likely it is to become ingrained. Even if you slip up occasionally, staying consistent over time makes it easier for the habit to stick. Small, incremental improvements add up, turning behaviors into long-term habits. 8. Bad habits are just as automatic as good ones. Habits are neutral in nature. It's our choices that determine whether they're good or bad. Bad habits, like smoking or procrastinating, follow the same principle as good ones. The brain forms these habits through the same process: cues, routines, and rewards. Breaking a bad habit often requires changing the cues or rewards associated with it. 9. Stress can influence habit formation. Stress can make it harder to stick to good habits and easier to fall back into bad ones. When you're stressed, your brain seeks out quick, easy rewards, which often means falling back on familiar, less healthy behaviors. To overcome this, it's important to manage stress and create positive, stress-relieving habits that you can turn to in tough times. 10. You can rewire your habits. Although it may seem difficult to change established habits, it is possible. The process of breaking a habit and forming a new one involves replacing the old behavior with a new routine while keeping the same cue and reward. For example, if you're trying to quit smoking, you might replace the habit with deep breathing or chewing gum whenever the urge strikes. Habits have a powerful impact on our lives, and understanding how they form can help you harness that power for positive change. By leveraging cues, consistency, and rewards, you can form new, healthier habits and break old, unhelpful ones. With time and effort, you can rewire your brain to adopt the habits that align with your goals and values.